This is a short demonstration of the power and ease of use of HymnDex. The HymnDex used in this demonstration is the Worship 4 Hymnal, published by GIA. HymnDex versions for other hymnals work in a similar fashion. The device used here is the Amazon Kindle Fire, one of many Android-powered devices and tablets. At present, HymnDex is not available for iPad devices. After installing the HymnDex app, you should see the HymnDex Worship 4 icon on your app's screen. Click on it to get to the main options screen for HymnDex. We have taken all of the indexes in the Worship 4 hymnal and brought them together into one easily searchable database. No more lugging and leafing through heavy books. The first button lets you see the file sequenced by title. Note that each entry shows the title, the location, the number in the hymnal, and the hymn tune. The list can be scrolled easily with a stroke of the finger. When you click on an entry, the details of that entry are shown. I Sing the Mighty Power of God is shown here. The details screen shows the title, location, first line if it's different, the hymn tune, the meter, topics, scripture references, composer, etc. All of the lines on this screen may be changed by you. We issue the publisher's index information to start. At the top of this screen are buttons to add a new hymn entry, clone this one, delete, save changes, and buttons to see the next and prior entries. Press Cancel to return to the hymn list and exit again to the main screen. The other buttons on the left of the main screen let you see the file and sequence by location, which is hymn number. There are 3 location entries provided for each hymn because you may have hymn variations or special choral settings in another location in your office. We can show the list by hymn tune and by meter. The Preferences button lets you change the listing font size and your preferred orientation of the screen. The second column of buttons lets you find what you want very quickly. Here's a simple example of how you can use HymnDex to enhance your music ministry. For our example, we will use the first Sunday of Advent. Click the Search button. The search screen shows where you want to key in what you want to look for. Notice the rows are title, location, hymn tune, meter, topics, scripture, and so on. Simply key Advent into the Topics row and click on Apply Filter. Now you are seeing all of the entries in the file, all of the hymns in the Worship 4 hymnal, which have Advent in the topic field. We can do better if we look at the Gospel reading. The reading in the Cycle C of the Roman Catholic Church is Luke 21, verses 25 to 28 and 34 to 36. We click on Search and then key in Luke 21 in the Scripture field and click Apply Filter. There are 4 hymns in the Worship 4 hymnal with scripture references to Luke 21, and these are shown. Let's consider the third entry, The King Shall Come. Tap it and see the details. Notice that the scripture reference one of the scripture references is to Luke 21, verses 25-28. Perfect. So now we get our hymnal. The location says this is number 403. And see that however, that the tune is not a familiar one to our people. Well, look at the meter entry in HymnDex. It says CM, as in common meter. So we can click Cancel. We can clear the filter and show the list by meter. But these are showing in numerical order. Not easy. Instead, go back and click on Search and type CM in the meter field. And you are now looking at all the CM entries in Worship for Hymnal. Look at all the alternative tunes with common meter. Let's make it easy. We can sing hymn number 403, The King Shall Come, to the tune of Amazing Grace, which everyone knows. In addition to Worship 4, HymnDex is available for the hymnal Lead Me, Guide Me, the second edition. There is also a free version called My Music Library, where you can key in your music library, perhaps of choral music, and then be able to search the same way on scripture, hymn tune, etc. Feel the power.